Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope y'all like the new intro. Welcome to Gold Standard Wrestling, back here for episode 4. I know it's been a while. I'm trying to get with you guys every Wednesday. I know it's hard with my schedule, but that's my commitment every Wednesday. Probably a little bit earlier than this. I'm hoping maybe 9, 10 o'clock. We're going to go hopefully for, we don't want to go one-on-one against the new Wrestling Nation channel, because they got all the wrestling 24 hours a day. We can't do wrestling 24 hours a day, but I can bring you Wrestling Wednesdays. Excuse me. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the world of wrestling so far this year. Before we get into Saturday night's main event, I told all you clowns that Triple H, or as my guy K-Jax like to call him, Triple Fud, has totally screwed up wrestling in WWE. The prices out there are absolutely outrageous. You're having to pay all this money for tickets. WrestleMania is going to be in Vegas. They had that little tease the other night with, I believe it was Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Codere. As my guy C-Jax, I'm giving him credit. I'm giving C-Jax credit. Codarius Rhodes. I can't stand. I'm not a Cody Rhodes fan. I never claimed to have been a Cody Rhodes fan, as again, you guys come into the gold standard wrestling. I got the gold instead of the white light, and I got the gold lighting here for you guys. So welcome to Gold Standard Wrestling again, Rob Johnson. I've done more than 4 episodes, but this is more my established show here on Rob Johnson Media and the Legacy Maker Sports Network. But I knew WWE was in trouble for a few reasons. Number one, when Raw Netflix happened, the first episode, I said, you know what? This ain't good. This ain't good. And then I was looking at some of the other things going on with WWE when, again, I got to give my guy Bobby Monsoon, because that's the thing. We need to come together in this YouTube universe. I got to give the credit to my guy Bobby Monsoon when he says Paul Levesque started putting his name on the damn TV as an executive producer and all that stuff. I'm like, this guy Triple H wants to be a movie star more than he wants to be a damn WWE booker. So Paul Levesque got me so messed up, I'm coughing every 5 seconds. But anyway, WWE has kind of been on a tailspin this year. Certainly not what it was when Roman was champion. Tried to warn you all. When Roman Reigns was the world champion, was the world heavyweight champion, and that was the best time. That's what needed to happen. That is what was best for business. What we're currently seeing now, folks, is not what's best for business. You have no storylines. You don't know if a heel is a heel. You don't know if a face is a face. We have the irrelevant women's tag team champions. I strongly encourage AEW, if you're going to bring those women's tag team championships to life, make sure you do it right, because WWE from the start has not done it right, and I was an advocate from the beginning to not do it. So just not a fan of it, never been a fan of it, but hey, it is what it is. Now let's get to Saturday night's main event. Again, next week I'll have more graphics for you guys. A lot of my graphics are a little old, so just kind of bear with me a little bit when it comes to the graphics I have and everything else. But again, make sure you guys check out Gold Standard Wrestling, presented by Rob Johnson Media and the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Again, that's Gold Standard Wrestling, presented by Rob Johnson Media and the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Now, let's get into Saturday night's main event, a glorified house show. And again, shout out to the hell? Hold on. So, all right, I got to address this real quick. So, the other night, I'm looking at my guy, Bobby Monsoon. Again, we got to grow each other here in these YouTube streets. So, The other night, I'm looking at Bobby Monsoon. He was at WWE Raw. It was so boring. Yes, it was. And I admit, when Nikki Bella came out, I turned that TV off. This dude named Supreme Cypher says, you can look, but you can't touch. You keep dreaming on the stars above. And then I'm like, I gave him a thumbs down and a laugh out loud. I'm like, really, bro? Are you serious? And then I said, there are no superstars or groups because Triple H doesn't want anyone to be better than him. And somebody replied for it, it's all about the game. You know how to play it. The Supreme Cypher. Oh, man. The Supreme Cypher. Joined 12 years ago, 4 subscribers. Probably a WWE bot. The Supreme Cypher. You're a bot. You're a bot. That's what you are. You're one of those WWE bots. Everything WWE does, you gotta like it. But I appreciate the compliment, though, Supreme Cypher. Make sure you check out Rob Johnson Media and Legacy Maker Sports. Make sure you check out Gold Standard Wrestling. Make sure you're a fan of my content because here, that I can't stop freaking coughing. Because here at Rob Johnson Media and Legacy Maker Sports, we bring you nothing but the best. And Gold Standard Wrestling is nothing but the best. Now, I had to respond to that real quick. Now, let's go to Saturday night's Saturday night's lame event, because they got to prove to me that they can put on a good show. This is what I'm looking at, folks. All right, this is going to be from the Delta Center in Utah. Let's go. So, we've been dealing with this saga for a while now when it comes to in fact, guys, what we're going to do real quick, I want you guys to wait on me. Give me 1 second. I will be right back with you guys. I have to go get something real quick. Give me 1 second. I hate this crap. Man. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find my button. Here we go. I'll be right back, folks. All right, folks, I am back. Sorry for that quick interruption here on Rob Johnson Media and Legacy Maker Sports Network here, known as Gold Standard Wrestling Episode 4. Let's get started here. Had to get some water like Triple Fud. It's all about the game and how you play it. Well, the game hasn't been playing very well lately, and the booking sure hasn't either. So let's get into this. We got Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus Penta versus Rusev. This has been an ongoing saga for so long now. You have to ask yourself, who is going to walk out of here with the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship of the world? We don't know if Rusev is a face. We don't know if he's a heel. Penta's a heel. I mean, he's a face. We don't know if Dominic Mysterio is a face. We don't know if he's a heel. We don't know any of this stuff right now. We really don't. Before we get into this, You guys mean to tell me that the United States Heavyweight Championship, who uh, was formerly held by Sami Zayn, now held by Dragunov, is not going to be defended? Something's got to happen Friday on SmackDown where this title, the United States Heavyweight Championship, is defended on this show, because you got the WWE Championship, you got the World Heavyweight title, you got the Women's Championship, you got the Intercontinental Championship. If this is a glorified house show, like we've been told, where we can clearly see Sunday Night's Main Event has been a glorified house show for years, then you have to make it special. You have to make it so where it stands out. And I think that's very important if you're WWE and Triple H, So, Dominic Mysterio versus Penta versus Rusev. As I've been watching Raw, as I've been trying to analyze what will go on with this match, like I said, Rusev has been going after the title. Penta's been going after the title. I think it would be smart to have Dominic Mysterio retain the title here. There are rumors about him going against John Cena at Survivor Series, and Gunther coming back and taking the title off of him. I think that could be a good course of action, be John Cena's last match. I think that's a very good idea, in my opinion. I could definitely see in this match Dominic Mysterio doing some underhanded tactics, doing some crazy stuff, and retain the championship. Question is, or do you put the belt on Rusev and have John Cena confront him before Survivor Series? You kind of get that old school feel of Rusev versus John Cena. They can talk about the history of Rusev crush against John Cena, hustle, loyalty, and respect. Because what happened when, I believe it was Rusev at WrestleMania. I can't remember the WrestleMania, but I believe Rusev was undefeated as the U.S. champ, and John Cena defeated him. That's not the first guy John Cena has buried. I think this will be the last, hopefully, but yeah. John Cena buried this guy, and it's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things where, hopefully he doesn't bury anybody else on his road out, and don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you, because I can't wait for John Cena to be completely done with WWE. I am not a John Cena fan. I will never be a John Cena fan. I appreciate John Cena for the hard work and dedication he's put into this industry, but not a fan, and I don't apologize for it. Next, we got Tiffy Time versus Scar. We got Tiffany Stratton versus Scar, a.k.a. Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill just recently turned heel. If not on Saturday Night's Main Event, then when? And please, for God's sakes, do not have Nia Jax come in and interfere and cost Jade Cargill the championship, because Cargill is now a heel, correct? If she's a heel, then why would you have another heel come in and help the babyface? None of them makes any sense. But Jade should go over in this match. Next, we have Chick Magnet Punk versus Jey Uso. I have a feeling in this match that it's not even going to finish. That's just my opinion. I have a feeling that this match is not even going to finish. I have a feeling that Bron Breakker is going to make his way into this ring and is going to set up some type of three-way or something at Survivor Series for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's where Triple H can get his next big thing to get his opportunity to win a championship. I don't think Punk wins. I don't think Jey Uso wins. I think ultimately, again, Bron Breakker comes in. He interferes in this match, and it sets up a three-way or some type of Hell in a Cell, some type of cage match, some type of War Games for the championship. And I wouldn't be shocked if they added people to the match. I wouldn't be shocked if they added people. I can be completely transparent with this point that I know is not popular. It would not shock me if not only Bron Breakker showed up, it wouldn't shock me if a couple of people showed up and interrupted this match. LA Knight, Bronson Reed, and a few other people. And then you know what that sets up? That sets up War Games for the World Heavyweight Championship. Whoever wins War Games at Survivor Series will win the World Championship. And then that way you can get rid of the Hulk. And then that way you can have Braun Breaker go against Bronson Reed. You break them up. That's the best way to break them up, because really right now there's no real good way to break them up that makes sense unless they're in that match and they start fighting. And then Paul Heyman has to, of course, I would say choose Braun Breaker over Bronson Reed. I mean, again, shout out to my guy C-Jax. They're both freaking jobbers at this point. So who really cares? That's the best way I feel like you can set up a Survivor Series match between those guys, and it would make sense. The last match of the night, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the 1,000th time. Of course, Cody Rhodes is going to retain the championship. Of course, Stardust is going to retain the championship. I'm so sick of Cody Rhodes. I'm so sick of just this generic champion. When are we going to put the belt back on the real champion, the real world's champion? You know, I blame this guy right here. This Cody Crybaby, LaGreca, who advocated for Cody Rhodes to be the world heavyweight champion. I want Cody Rhodes to be my world heavyweight champion. If Cody doesn't win at WrestleMania 40, then you know it's a disaster and it hurts his story. Cody has to complete his story. Well, ever since Cody's completed his story, wrestling's been trash. Get the belt back on the real world's champion, which is Roman Reigns. Sick and tired of Cody Rhodes. Sick and tired of Cody Rhodes. Anyway, like I said, guys, I'll be back with you guys next Wednesday. It's a Wrestling Wednesday. Hopefully my schedule does not change, but hopefully I get with you guys every Wednesday around 8 a.m. I'll give that to you. We'll do an 8 a.m. start every Wednesday. We will do Gold Standard Wrestling every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Make sure you guys check out Rob Johnson Sports Show on Mondays and Tuesdays at noon. Hopefully those times don't change either, but who knows on my schedule. But they should be at noon. And also check out Ram Talk, which will be coming back next week as VC Rams will return to the hardwood to the hardwood as they face Wagner. And I'll be previewing that game. Also, make sure you check out all the other great shows here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. And just give love to, all the shows we have, wrestling, sports, everything. Got everything here on both networks. Check them out. But again, I want you guys to leave me your comments. I want you to let me know, what do you think about what is happening in WWE right now? And if you want me to review other things like AEW, New Japan, TNA, I will do that if you need me to. I'll do it if you want. But right now, we primarily focus on WWE and just the absolute disaster that Triple H has been these last few months. Well, hell, this last year or so. Executive producer Levesque. So, yeah. Make sure you guys follow Rob Johnson Media on all platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. This is one of my favorite shows, Gold Standard Wrestling. Been doing it for years, but just really got into it as far as, just really got into it as far as making sure, put it as one where I count the episodes. I never usually count the episodes, but now I'm counting the episodes and everything like that. So we're on episode 4. Next Wednesday, 8 a.m. We'll be on episode 5. We'll be reviewing not only Monday Night Raw. We'll look into some SmackDown as well, see how that kind of made sense more when it comes to Saturday Night's Main Event. What kind of matches were added, etc. So we'll review SmackDown, we'll review Raw, and then of course we'll review Saturday Night's Main Event. We'll talk about the booking. We'll give it a 1 out of 10. We'll see. I'll give you guys my opinion and everything like that. So thank you guys for watching Gold Standard Wrestling Episode 4, Rob Johnson Media, Legacy Maker Sports Network. And just remember, when watching wrestling, it is okay to criticize WWE. You don't have to have your lips on their ass like some people I know. here in the wrestling industry.